Lost over the Grand Canyon. The fateful day of the 1956 mid-air collision. Imagine a time when air travel was far from the safe and efficient system we know today. In the mid-20th century, aviation was a different world, marked by a lack of communication technology and standardized safety measures. On a fateful summer morning in 1956, the unimaginable happened. Two experienced pilots collided their passenger aircraft over one of the United States' most iconic landscapes, the Grand Canyon. This tragic event serves as a stark reminder of how far we've come in ensuring the safety of air travel. Welcome, aviation enthusiasts, to our channel, Aero Accidents, on a journey back in time as we uncover a gripping tale from the skies.
Flight 123, this is Control Tower. You're cleared for takeoff into a world where aviation history unfolds, revealing untold stories, triumph and tragedy. Welcome aboard to Aero Accidents, and buckle up for a captivating journey as we unravel the mysteries of the skies together.
Today we'll delve into the tragic events of 1956, when two aircrafts found themselves on a collision course over the majestic Grand Canyon. Get ready for a story that will leave you on the edge of your seat. A busy morning at LAX. Los Angeles International Airport, also known as LAX, was a bustling hub on that summer morning, teeming with passengers eager to embark on their journeys. The post-World War II economic boom had made air travel more accessible to the masses. Among the aircraft departing LAX that day were Trans World Airlines Flight 2 and United Airlines Flight 718. TW-8 Flight 2, piloted by Captain Jack Gandy, First Officer James Rittner, and Flight Engineer Forrest Brayfogley, was a Lockheed L-1049 Super Constellation. Captain Gandy, an experienced aviator with over 15,000 flight hours, had flown this route nearly 200 times. It seemed like a routine day when TWA Flight 2 departed LAX at 9:01, carrying 64 passengers to Kansas City. Just 3 minutes later, United Airlines Flight 718, captained by Robert Shirley and accompanied by First Officer Robert Harms and Flight Engineer Gerard Fiore, took off at 9:04, headed for Newark via Chicago and Philadelphia. Captain Shirley, with 17,000 flight hours under his belt, commanded the Douglas DC-7 aircraft nicknamed Mainliner Vancouver. Their paths converge. Initially, the two aircrafts took off in different directions, with TWA-2 heading northeast towards Waypoint Duggett and UAL-718 heading directly east to Palm Springs and then slightly north towards Needles. However, their flight paths would soon intersect over the Grand Canyon National Park due to the specific directions they needed to follow. In 1956, communication between aircraft and air traffic controllers was indirect, relying on company radio operators to relay messages. This system would prove crucial as at 9:21 o'clock, TWA Flight 2 approached Duggett and requested clearance to climb to 21,000 feet. After a series of messages relayed between operators and controllers, it was clear that allowing TWA-2 to climb to 21,000 feet would put it on a direct collision course with UAL-718, which was already flying at that altitude. TWA's operator then requested clearance to fly 1,000 on top, meaning 1,000 feet above the clouds. This request was granted. Unbeknownst to the controller, over the Grand Canyon that morning, clouds had reached a staggering height of 20,000 feet. This clearance essentially permitted Captain Gandy to fly at any height at or above 21,000 feet. The operators did inform Captain Gandy about UAL-718's presence at 21,000 feet, and he acknowledged this information. Critical waypoints and unforeseen factors. As the planes kept flying, they got closer to important points near the Grand Canyon. United Flight 718 went over Needles at 9:58 o'clock, and they said they'd reached the Painted Desert Line, a 173-mile-long imaginary line between Utah and Arizona, at around 10:31. A minute later, TWA Flight 2 said something similar. The people who controlled the air traffic knew that both planes would be probably flying at 21,000 feet when they crossed the Painted Desert Line. But because this could happen anywhere along their routes, and they were in airspace where there were no specific rules, the job of making sure they didn't crash into each other was solely on the shoulders of the pilots. We don't know for sure why, but both airplanes changed their paths and flew more to the north than they were supposed to. Some people think that this happened because there were big thunderstorms in the southern area and the pilots might have wanted to avoid them. They might have also wanted the passengers to see the Grand Canyon National Park, which is a beautiful place. But sadly, due to these changes, both airplanes ended up going towards one another, and this resulted in a tragic mid-air collision. But before we soar into the skies of history, let's lighten the mood with a quick aviation joke. Why did the pilot bring a ladder to the plane? Because they wanted to go to new heights. Now, if you're ready to embark on this incredible journey with us, hit that subscribe button and buckle up for a wild ride. The collision. A mishap took place at about 10:30 in the morning over the Grand Canyon. Two airplanes, one called Lockheed L-1049 Super Constellation and the other one called Douglas DC-7, crashed into each other while they were flying about 21,000 feet above the ground. When they hit one another, they started falling from the sky. This terrible accident caused 128 people to lose their lives. It was quite a sad and tragic incident. The final report. The ultimate report stemming from the inquiry into this tragic incident presents a somber assessment. It asserts that the collision occurred primarily because the pilots failed to detect each other in a timely manner, leading to a catastrophic outcome. Numerous factors were pinpointed as potential elements contributing to this unfortunate event. These include the presence of obstructing clouds, which significantly reduced the available time for the pilots to visually identify and avoid each other, as well as the limited visibility experienced from within the cockpit itself. Furthermore, the report highlights that the pilots may have been preoccupied with their routine cockpit responsibilities, diverting their attention from the critical task of collision avoidance. Their desire to provide passengers with a picturesque view of the Grand Canyon may have also diverted their focus from monitoring their surroundings adequately. Moreover, the report underscores the physiological constraints of human vision, which can hinder the timely detection of other aircrafts in certain conditions. In addition to these factors, the report sheds light on the role played by the inadequacy of en route air traffic advisory information. This deficiency was attributed to insufficient facilities and personnel within the air traffic control system, which may have hampered the dissemination of crucial information that could have helped prevent the collision. A turning point in aviation history. A pivotal moment in the evolution of aviation. The fateful collision that occurred above the Grand Canyon is etched into the annals of aviation history as a somber and tragic incident. Yet amidst the darkness of that catastrophic event, a transformative moment emerged, altering the course of aviation safety forever. In response to what would go down in history as one of the most grievous aviation disasters, the United States Congress took decisive action by enacting the Federal Aviation Act. This pivotal piece of legislation served as the bedrock upon which the Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, was established. And that's a wrap, folks. The collision of TWA Flight 2 and United Flight 718 over the Grand Canyon serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of continuous improvements in aviation safety. Through the lessons learned from this tragedy, the aviation industry has made incredible strides in ensuring the well-being of passengers and crew alike. And there you have it, the harrowing tale of the 1956 mid-air collision over the Grand Canyon. We hope you found this story as captivating as we did. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, Aero Accidents. If you have any aviation-related questions or if you've got a story you'd like us to explore next, drop them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, share and hit that notification bell to stay updated on our latest aviation adventures. Until next time, keep your eyes on the skies.